Welcome to the heart of Appalachia, John Hart. It's time for a little humor. You know, there's an old saying in these mountains, if you hear a noise in the night, it's either trouble or something hungry. And most of the time, it's the hungry one. I want to tell you a story about Mr. Harlan Tate, a proud, stubborn, 82-year-old man who believed two things with his whole heart. Number one, he could handle anything that came his way. And number two, nothing good ever happened after midnight. One summer night, just past 12:30, Harlan was sound asleep in his recliner when he heard a crash in the kitchen. I'm not talking about a little bump, not a creak, a full-on, somebody breaking in kind of crash. He shot up out of that chair like a man half his age, grabbed his walking stick, and muttered, "Not tonight, you ain't." He marched toward the kitchen ready to defend his home, his honor, and most importantly, his leftover cornbread. He flipped on the light, and there, sitting on the pantry shelf like it owned the place, was a possum. A big one, round as a watermelon, pink nose a-twitching, beady air staring right at him, and its little gray paws, Harlan's entire pan of cornbread. They locked eyes. Neither one moved. The possum blinked. Harlan blinked. The possum took another bite. Harlan pointed his walking stick. "Now listen here, you overgrown rat. That's my cornbread." The possum hissed. Harlan hissed back. The possum won that round. He grabbed a broom and tried to shoo it. The old possum climbed higher and higher. He poked at it. The possum hissed louder. He swung the broom. The possum dropped the cornbread pan, which hit a bag of flour, which exploded like a snowstorm in July. By the time Harlan could see again, the possum had already scurried across the counter, knocked over a jar of pickles, and was now sitting on top of the fridge looking down at him like he was the intruder. Harlan, covered head to toe in flour, looked like a ghost who had been through a wind tunnel. He raised the broom again. The possum let out a sound that can only be described as, "Try it, old man." And that's when Harlan slipped on a pickle slice and fell flat on his back. He lay there a moment, staring at the ceiling, breathing hard, wondering how his life had come to this. Finally he said, "Lord, maybe I ought to stop expecting trouble every time I hear a voice." He got up, slow, opened the back door, and tapped the broom on the floor twice. The possum climbed down, walked right past him, and waddled out into the night like it had paid rent. Harlan shut the door, looked at the mess, and started laughing. It's a deep, belly-shaking laugh he hadn't let out in years. Sometimes the things we're scared of ain't a burglar or a crisis or the end of the world. Sometimes it's just a hungry possum with bad manners. And sometimes the best thing we can do is laugh at ourselves, clean up the mess, and remember, not every noise in the night is a sign of trouble. This is John Hart. You've been listening to The Heart of Appalachia, where the funny stories carry a little truth in their pockets.